What's going on, chess lover? This is Maurice Bishop, and today I have an exciting game to show you with the Black Lion. And in this game, I try to sacrifice my queen as well. Giving up my queen. So this probably gonna be an entertaining game for all of y'all and everything. So without further ado, let's actually get started. Obviously, I played as white, and my opponent with a name is Iskkan 2100. Very strong for a 2100 player though. But without further ado, let's actually get started. I played E4. My opponent played the B6. D3. Bishop B7. Knight B to D2. E6. C3. C6. Queen C2. D5. And Knight G to F3. Obviously, as y'all know, man, this is the whole setup of the Black Lion. As for white. So I go bishop e2. My opponent goes rook c8, h3, e5. Just trying to get space into the center and everything, and maybe push on d4. I've seen that a lot. I automatically go g4, getting space in the king side. Knight f6, knight f1. As y'all see with knight f1, y'all already know all the other videos y'all seen. After knight g3, then obviously the next move would be knight f5. When that time comes. So bishop b7, he's developing. I go knight g3. He castles king side, and I go rook g1. All right, y'all. So my opponent plays c5. All right, when he plays c5, I go g5. Obviously, usually like there's a lot of players that play knight h5, but obviously they won't play it this time because of my knight on g3. This is why, before I even push g5, I always like to go knight g3 because if this knight is still stuck on f1, then he has the opportunity to go knight h5 and then knight f4 and everything. And I really don't like that type of variation. So I like to go knight g3 first to prevent the knight from getting to h5 so that he won't get to f4. And I think this is actually a pretty strong move for white to do. I highly recommend knight g3. All right, so he goes knight e8. I go pawn h4. With the pawn march, strengthen this on g5 pawn. You know. Um, D captures e4, D captures e4. Knight d6 is played, and I play bishop e3. I have to develop, but also I want to get this rook on the d5 as well. He goes a6, and I castle queen side. Now, y'all. So my opponent played knight b5. Now I'm telling you, like it took me only 2 seconds to look at this, and I was like, you know what? I think I got this beat. When knight captures e5. But the thing is, I didn't play Night Catchers E5. The reason why I didn't play Night Catchers E5 because for some reason, I don't know why, for some reason I was scared of after Night Catchers E5, Knight D4 for some reason. I was just really scared of that. Obviously, it would be bad for me to take with the pawn because if C captures D4, then as y'all can see, man, the rook is in front of my queen is or the rook is in facing my queen, and I'll be wound up losing material by trying to block it with bishop c4, and then he does have this b5 move, here, and I really didn't like this position, but as I look at it again, you know, I realized that it really wouldn't matter if I took with the bishop and he takes back. I do have rook d4. Rook catches d4 would have been fine. Even if he tried to protect with bishop c6 and everything, I have knight captures c6, and if rook captures c6, I have queen d2, hitting the knight on d7. The knight can't move, obviously, because he'll lose his queen. And then if he tried to defend with rook c7, I have bishop g4. So I was actually scared of the wrong things and everything. So um and like I said, this was a bullet chess game and everything, so I was like really thinking quick, and I was like, dude, like I really don't like knight d4, but I just got you know scared at the moment or whatever. So that's pretty much what happened. So excuse me, y'all. So instead of knight b5, I wound up going knight f5 or whatever to prevent um Well, really, I like knight f5 because eventually I would like to maybe sack the knight on knight h6 or whatever, or you know, protecting this on d4 square. Uh, that's what I was doing. So even with rook e8, again, with the rook on the file and everything, again, I don't know why y'all, but and it's probably because I had games kind of almost similar, but I think Black's position was a little bit better or whatever, where I did wind up taking the knight catches e5, and it was all over for me. It was just crazy, man. And I wanted to show that video, but I cannot find that video nowhere because I play so much chess games and everything, and it's time consuming, and I just really could not find it. But there was something where I took on e5, man, and it was just devastating, man, and which is why I felt scared to even take it. But like I said, we're playing real fast. This is bullet, so it's crazy. But he goes rook e8. I go bishop c4. And he goes queen c7. Now the crazy part is, y'all, he actually did have some tactical stuff to do on me. Knight d4. What was an interesting thing to do. For instance, c catches d4, and then if c catches d4, uh, in which I mean, that was something that he could do, but I still think it's good for white. And the reason why I say this because even after G6 and everything, it's not like he could take this bishop because of G captures F7 check, and then I'm hitting the rook. So I felt like I was still okay in this position. Not okay. I think I'm good in this position. So let's say instead of him taking the bishop, let's say he takes the pawn on here. Well, I still have rook captures G6, and then if he tries to go bishop F6, I have knight captures G7, which is very tactical or whatever. Um, Obviously, again, the pawn still can't take this rook because of the bishop hitting this f pawn. So if the bishop, um, like for instance, if the bishop tries to take on g7, then y'all know I have bishop a6 in hand, and this is just pretty much winning for white. Simple as that. This is just definitely absolutely winning for white. All right, so and there's a couple of things, guys. Okay, I don't know what the heck just happened here. But yeah. All right. But yeah. But knight d4 is interesting, but like I said, I think white is still good. I mean, it's an interesting move, but I think white is still better in this position. And like I said, I'll drop the annotation in the description box as well, y'all. So y'all can definitely check that out. But yeah, I thought knight d4 was interesting, but I think white is still better in this position. But anyway, let's go back. So when I went bishop c4, he goes queen c7. I go g6. This is my move, g6. H captures g6. I go rook captures g6. He goes knight f6, and I decide to go rook captures g7 on check. All right. So after rook catches g7 check, he goes king h8, and I wound up going rook d to g1. There was actually a better move, y'all, and I think the best move would have been actually knight g5. By this time, man, like our time is like winding down. I think we was at like 15 or 20 seconds left on the clock. You know what I mean? So we was moving pretty fast, but knight g5 would have been a better move. So for instance, if he decides to go knight d6, rook captures d6, and as you can see, bishop captures d6, knight captures f7 check. Usually it'll be a checkmate, but obviously he'll have to give up his queen, and then rook captures f7. And again, this is dominating for white, man. White is dominating this game and everything, and the fact that he's about to lose a piece either with the bishop or this knight on f6. So it's just a really this is just crazy, right? All right, so after because I go rook d to g1 instead of knight g5, which was actually the best move. Uh my opponent actually goes bishop catches e4. Now, y'all, I want y'all to look at this. What move would you do in this game? Like, what would you do? If y'all need to pause the video, pause the video. I'll give y'all 5 seconds to figure out, the best move for white. All right, guys, if y'all figure out if y'all figure out what, it don't matter which knight you choose to play. Obviously the computer like knight g5, you know, but if you even saw knight a6, that's still even great as well. The whole point, it don't matter which knight you use. You can use knight g5 or you can use the knight on h6. You can do that too. But the whole point is, regardless of what knight you use, if black takes my queen, then I have knight catches s7 checkmate. And it works the same way if I went knight a6. It works the same way. If he takes my queen, I still have knight catches s7 checkmate. So this is what I was looking for. And like I said, I was thinking quick, man. I just know patterns and everything, and I just think quick on my feet. And like I said, if y'all use chess.com, like with the tactics and everything, it's actually a new thing in chess.com. It's probably been out for a while now, but I actually used it. It's they actually time you on how long you do the tactics or whatever, and they have like stats and like rankings. And if you can solve these tactics as fast as possible and everything, and you get like a high score, and then you get ranked in chess.com. So I thought that was pretty fun, definitely challenging, and you try to compete with everybody, see who could do that. And I think that will really help y'all guys to find tactics and mates a lot quicker. It's a fun game if you keep doing it over and over again when you play online, and even in tournaments and everything, you'll start seeing stuff a lot quicker and everything. All right. So that just to give y'all a little hint on that. But anyway, my opponent didn't take my sacrifice though. He didn't take. So after bishop captures e4, like I said, I go knight a6, and my opponent wound up going rook f8, defending the f7 pawn, and also just to prevent the checkmate and everything. And what I did was I went knight g5. I'm still sacrificing my queen, y'all. Look at it. I'm still sacrificing my queen. Like still trying to get him to take, and I go knight g5, and knight g5 was more so to provoke him to take, because I'm also hitting his bishop. But obviously, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get him with knight catches f7 check, and if the rook takes, then knight catches f7 checkmate. So that's pretty much what we're doing. We're hitting this f7 pawn twice. All right. So my opponent decides to take king catches g7, which is obviously the correct move to do. And I decide to go knight captures e4 check, and then my opponent goes king h8, and I actually decided to go knight g5. Now, the best move in this game probably would have been knight captures f6. The reason being, if bishop captures f6, I have queen f5. Queen f5. I'm not only attacking the dark square bishop, but that's not really our aim to capture the bishop. The whole point is if queen e7, if he tries to defend this bishop, then we have queen h5, and this is pretty much all over. After that, even if he goes bishop g7 to try to cover himself up and everything, it doesn't really matter because we have knight catches s7 with a double check. If he decides to go to, well, that's the only move he can go. If he goes king g8, then queen h8 would be checkmate. You know. All right, but I go knight g5, and my opponent goes e4 to prevent me from, getting to these diagonals and everything, right? So I decide to go knight g captures s7 check, rook captures, and then knight captures s7 check. My opponent goes king h7, and I go queen e2. Now the engine said f4, and the reason for f4 was to prevent the queen from getting to h2, which was the whole point. But in this sense, I just went queen e2, and my opponent, I don't know what happened. Like I said, we both was running out on time or whatever, things like that. And like I said, he moved the knight to h5. Obviously, that's a blunder, and I go queen captures h5 checkmate. The whole point is by me going to queen e2, he would have had some defensive move with queen h2, you know, because now my rook is undefended and everything. So which would be kind of crazy though. But yeah, like something like rook g5, and if queen captures, um, you got bishop e6 hitting the rook on c8. You know, it's just a lot of things though. But I'm gonna let y'all actually analyze it yourself. I'm not gonna go deep in depth, but I just wanted to show y'all this entertaining game. I thought it was pretty dope, and I liked it. You know, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please like, please share, please comment. Let me know what y'all think of this video, and also y'all don't forget to subscribe. All right, y'all. Peace.